welcome to Zack's Kickback.
Memes all up in my dreams. Some call me the living meme fiend.
That's pretty good
But
timing.
it's
I
not
like
how
it.
it motherfucking seems.
How you guys doing?
We're just gonna have a listening party at this point. It's gonna be
Memes.
this
All up in my dreams.
the podcast.
Some call me the living meme fiend, but it's not what it motherfucking seems. Memes all up in my face.
All over my face.
Oh.
I can't take the memes off myself. I
You tell-
am the
you tell
living
you're like
meme,
a
can't
true
you
friend, 'cause
see?
you can
I'm the
say the lyrics.
motherfucking
Meme king.
There you go.
You wanna be my fucking
Meme queen.
Yeah. I'm the fucking meme king, bitch.
Wow.
No. Put the memes in the bag, bitch.
Give me the memes, 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 give me all your motherfucking dreams, give me the memes, give me the memes.
How you guys doing? Welcome to Zack's Kickback. Long intro, and I'm with my friend, long time friend, long time viewer. I don't know, but Julie J Brown. It's not J, but it just feels better.
The middle initial is a secret to be revealed later in the series.
Yeah, okay, that was enough of that. I don't know why I was doing the song intro thing.
It was pretty long.
I'm experimenting.
It's fine, yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm gonna take a sip.
Yeah, everyone, if you wanna sip along, we're drinking.
At home.
we're drinking Earl Grey cream.
That's right.
From David's
Tea.
Terry.
Oh, yeah. David's tertiary.
Yeah, David's tertiary.
That classic blend with just a touch of vanilla.
Yeah, just like a, just like
A slap of vanilla.
Yeah, imagine like you slather vanilla on your hand, like some kind of cream, and then you hit something with it. Just like it's enough.
Enough to make someone else uncomfortable if they come into contact with your hand.
Exactly. You want that's that much vanilla.
Yeah. When you're pouring vanilla, just think about that specific metric, and you'll be fine.
If you ever thought that green tea was a little much, not green tea, if you thought Earl Grey was a little bit edgy, if you thought it was a little a little bit too sharp for you,
Yeah.
you want to calm it down, smooth it out.
This is Earl Grey after it's had some Earl Grey.
Exactly. This is the Earl's Grey. Earl's Grey. This is Earl's Grey. No, this is Earl. This is Earl.
Grey's Earl Grey.
This is Earl.
Yeah, it's just Earl. Yeah.
This is
Please,
Earl.
Earl Grey was my father.
Exactly.
Call me Grey.
One second. I'm going to do something real quick. And then I'm just going to reach over here.
Oofa doofa.
What the fuck? Julie. You can't smoke in my basement. What are you trying to do
The
here?
Grey's coming for me, man.
You can't put out that cigarette. Is that another one in your hand already? Come on.
right.
It's already lit. Come on, put it out.
All these up my sleeve.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. Generally speaking.
Generally speaking?
We don't need to get into
No,
it. On the podcast.
obviously not. I don't want to prod and poke, I don't want to
That's good.
make some surgery out of this, I just want to see, so if you guys don't know. If you guys don't know.
Do I know?
Which I definitely do think you do know, because the person listening is probably me or Gail.
Hey,
Okay.
Gail.
Hey, Gail. You know what? Let's do some Gail portions today. But today, let me start with a little intro on you.
Oh, okay. Ooh, all right.
If you don't know, Julie runs very, very. I would say out of all my friends, probably the most successful account out there for social media.
Oh, jeez. No,
She,
not by a long shot.
First of all, you got some posts of some stellar likes.
Some stellar likes. That's true.
I
got that Fire Emblem SEO.
Yeah, you sometimes she has that many followers, and then you look at the numbers, well, that does not match, and then you realize it's because Julie draws what the people want. Is that true?
Fictional anime men, yes.
You have you ever? How do you? So when you go into the art stuff, how far deep do you go into the fanfic, fan art rabbit hole?
Are we talking specifically about Fire Emblem? That's my...
Well, Fire Emblem is probably the one I know you probably... I don't know if it's the deepest you go into, but is that the deepest?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think I've been...
How deep have you gone into that?
I don't know. I read a fanfic from time to time. It's good. you can disparage fan fiction, but the writers out there, I see you've got a leaf from your bag contraption.
A lot of those tonight.
You've been filtering through the teeth.
Yeah, we didn't have any bags for our tea. Julia brought some loose tea.
Yeah.
So I had to cut up some old tea bags, but we forgot. Oh, what happens when we try to close them back up?
No, we considered that. I said, like, let's get some elastics in here, and you're like, nah.
No, I didn't say no. I was going to do it, but you were like, oh, we'll just fold them. And
Well,
like,
I thought the elastic would come on top of the fold, secure it.
Oh.
And then I saw you go, like, you put the bag in, and then you poured the water on top. It was just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, okay, first of all, I am a recipe for disaster, actually.
Okay.
So talking about disasters, talk about these fanfics. I want to get more into this.
No, I mean, sometimes you'll find some stuff that's like, yeah, it's fine. People creating, like, I'm all for that. Like, whether or not you think you're any good. Like, it's people putting out content that they're passionate about and they want to create and they want to see more of it. And then people consuming that for free. It's like a communist society of content. It's very cool. I love the spirit of it, frankly.
So, do you have a okay? So you do this little I'm not going to say little because it sounds diminutive.
No, it's fine.
But you do these drawings that the Fire Emblem has definitely been a spark of inspiration recently.
Yeah, I think the main reason why is that there's like a lot of characters, and so if you get bored with like one or like the interaction between two, you're like, it's fine. I've got whatever the mathematical equation is.
And there's DLC characters.
Yeah, and the DLC ones, there you go. Like, whatever the formula is when you've got, like, 19 characters and you want I don't sound very smart as I'm trying to explain this. I don't know, 19 times 19. It's quite a bit.
A lot of characters.
A lot of possibilities.
And always 2v2s. You always do a mashup.
I could do more, but why?
But you specifically, because I don't know the lore, but I don't know if you ship characters or it's canon ships. I don't know. Canon ships. That's a funny word.
Yeah.
I could go on.
Oh yeah, it's going up the lamp.
You like that?
I do.
Yeah.
So the way that the game works is that by having two they're called units, the people that you like deploy out into battle.
Okay.
By having them fight side by side or having them attack the same enemy unit or bringing them out to dinner together or what have you, that builds support between them, and then support brings you up through it goes like C, B, A, S, and then S is like they get married.
Japanese grading system, C, B, A, S.
I mean, yeah, sure. And yeah, I think S actually is just for your character, and then whoever you decide to marry. But all the
1 second. This episode is brought to you by Zack's Plumbing. Zack's Plumbing, when your parents need to use the plumbing and all the pipes pass through this one part of the basement.
Plumbing. We all do it.
Plumbing. We all like it.
We all plumb.
We all try not to talk about it too much.
Yeah, it's a little.
It's a little
edgy.
A little touchy. So go on about these little shippings.
These little shippings you do. But yeah, so like, depending on however you've played or whatever, at the end of the game, you pick your spouse, and then the game pulls up paired endings for all the other characters that you recruited, depending on what their support points. So like if
how many endings are there then?
Oh,
a
so
lot?
many. Yeah, there's some characters who only have like a B rank, so that they can't end up together at that paired ending section. But if they have the A rank, then they can. And that's quite a few of them.
That seems like such a weird, not weird, but like for making video games, like that seems like that's like I can imagine the people who made that game. For some reason, I imagined Sakurai, but Sakurai did not touch that game. I guarantee you. But for some reason, I imagine people like making this game. They're like, okay, cool. There's gonna be a combat system. We're gonna do this and this and this and that. And then there's like one guy. He's like, come on, guys.
We need something more.
We need the old romance department here is kind of we need we need
drying up. Look at all these cobwebs here.
Yeah, it's
gotta
like
get some.
Yeah, it's like
Some
whatever.
action. No,
but Fire Emblem's always been kind of about like that shipping thing for something like
Yeah.
waifus and stuff like that and husbandos. I don't know what the husband version
oh
is called.
boy, I assume Jared's told me, like, I played a little bit of Awakening because he lent it to me.
Yeah.
In Awakening, depending on which characters, like, I don't know how you get them to marry. I assume it's a similar system. But then you can recruit their kids. So, like, the writers or the developers, like, they made so many options. And then also, you can also have the kids on your team. It's, man, I was just thinking about how much writing goes into that is insane to me.
Because I imagine, like, there's a bunch of people, like how do you, like...
You got, like, mind maps that's just, like, 10 feet square.
Exactly. Okay. So Chris and Beverly, what happens with that?
That's right. What's their dynamic, you know?
Exactly.
What makes them click?
And you have to think about that. You have to think about, like, because, like, they know, it's like, if there's an inconsistency that doesn't make sense in the story, there's going to be people outraged by that.
I saw someone actually tweeting about how, like, in writing in general, when you're trying to make the audience get to know a character, there's several different ways to...
Move the mic a little closer. Like, not too close, but kind of like...
How's this?
You kind of, like, want, like, you're, like...
It's directly facing my... How's that?
It's front dress. That's good.
I'm sorry, audience. I hope the
No, they definitely heard you. It's just, like, just trying to be a little bit...
experience is improved here on out.
You're good like that.
Great. There's basically different scenarios that a character can go through to reveal more about who they are. And, like, number one is, like, they go through a stressful situation. How do they react to that? In Fire Emblem, it's a war. Like, they go through a war.
It's always a war of Fire Emblem.
It's always a war. I mean, yeah. I assume. Again, this is the only one I've played. Or, you know, just day-to-day stuff, which you also do when you're, like, exploring the monastery. And, like, oh, I found this handkerchief you lost. Here you go. And then you build support by giving them their lost items and stuff.
Wait, do people lose stuff a lot in Fire Emblem?
Yeah, it shows up as, like, this little blue light on the ground. You pick it up, and it's like, oh, this is a rusty belt. It must belong to someone who likes to trade. And you're like, I know who that is.
It must be someone who likes to wear their pants properly.
Yeah, that's right. Who likes them not falling down.
You're like, who can that be?
That's right. It's Pantsman. Of course.
Pantsman. Robert Pantsman.
Gene Pantsman.
Gene Pantsman? Shut the fuck up.
All right. Okay.
No.
I forgot what I was talking about. But anyways, they leverage all these different opportunities to let you know more about the characters. And so that's why people are, like, endeared to them. And so they like the game and they like the characters and they draw fan art and all that good stuff.
So do you have like when do you know where you're gonna go once the Fire Emblem well has dried up?
Where am I gonna? I don't know. Back to the old stuff. I played a lot. Like, I like Legend of Zelda.
The Legend of Zelda
Stardew
stuff
Valley.
is good. I like that stuff.
Thank you. That's very kind.
Yeah, I don't know why you haven't started with the Smash Brothers.
What's there to? There's no story. There's no drama to leverage there. I mean, they punched each other. I guess I see what you mean.
Well, I'm saying it's like, for the sake of drawing the characters. There's a lot of characters you could draw. Like,
true.
You could ship characters together.
Yeah. Do you have any Smash Brothers ships, Zack?
Yes.
Kirby X.
Okay, so first of all,
Bayonetta.
Squirtle, and Zero Suit Samus.
What exactly is it about them that makes you feel they have such good chemistry?
I think the way they move through life is very similar. You know, the way
they've got compatible philosophies.
Yeah, I think they're from two different worlds. You know, one's a bounty hunter, one's a turtle.
It's a turtle. But they're not very talkative. You know, they can understand each other.
Yeah, they're not very
without words.
Exactly, they're very
just a look.
Yeah, Squirrel says Squirtle, and then Zero Suit Samus says my parents died or some shit like that. Something depressing. But Squirrel doesn't speak English, so it doesn't really mind him.
Yeah, she just needs someone to vent to, and Squirtle is always there.
And I think the thing
with
is
his turtle ears.
He doesn't have ears.
How does he hear?
I don't really know.
Through the tail.
I think maybe like the reverberations of his
like a bat.
Yeah, or kind of like his skull vibrates a little bit. He's like, I get it.
Oh yeah.
But I think that Samus is always kind of like, you know, like she's always like facing those big bosses. You know, these final versions of something. And I think for once in her life, she wants to work. She wants to face. She did not face, but she wants something that's a little bit easier, and she can see grow herself. You know, because she always goes into these situations, and they're already escalated. You know, so she feels like everything's out of her own hands already.
Do you think she's afraid to love?
I think she definitely is because one, she could lose him very easily. But I think that she needs someone that she can see grow. And Squirrel's a first evolution, you know. And War Turtle and Blastoise.
He's got
And
so much life ahead of him.
exactly, he's very young. You know, she's a little bit of a cougar in that sense. I actually don't want. Depending, I don't know if the Squirtle's Squirtle doesn't really evolve with age, evolves with experience.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he's inexperienced at love, and she's also inexperienced at
Look
love.
at that.
So that works together. So I'm hoping you do that.
Coming soon, 30K fanfic.
Okay,
from-
and I also have another thing. I'm gonna spitball to you.
Please. Oh.
Okay,
Go for
so
it. Yeah.
there is 4 lines of Metro.
Have you heard of the Metro?
Have you heard the Metro Girls?
Oh geez, the Metro Girls. That sounds like it could be like a
The
game or
Montreal
something.
Metro Girls.
The Montreal Metro Girls.
I don't know why you don't because you don't understand. Like that will blow up. Like that will blow up.
I don't want to be some
I will post it for you.
some Instagram pic linked in a BuzzFeed article reposted onto Montreal blog that goes on Facebook. Like
First
I
of
don't
all-
want to be
first
that
of
to
all,
be my
It's
legacy.
going to be on MTL blog first.
Oh, okay, sorry.
After
first.
it's picked
And
up from
yeah.
packed up. First of all, you're acting like this is like not a fantastic, hilarious idea.
It's good.
Because I'm imagining to myself like then like oh imagine an otaku-thon, people start cosplaying your fucking characters.
Who are you dressed up as? Lionel Crew? As if he's not like a real person.
I say Mason, but Julie,
Yeah.
you know this is fucking real.
I
You know this is fucking real.
You're right. I should. I thought about doing a couple for your birthday, but then I didn't. It was that, and I had like a sketch for I wanted to reuse like a sketch that I did for like a wolf pack.
Yeah, but replace them with the Metro Girls.
No, just like add in like you above the 4 people in like a robe or something. Like as a fantastical DM man.
Okay.
And then just like, I don't know, make that look like either like a comic. Anyways, I didn't do it, so I'm just pitching you what could have been.
What could have been?
Yeah.
The Montreal Metro Girls.
Back to the topic at hand.
I'm so sorry about this. With the Montreal Metro Girls, we've been going on this for a little bit, but the Montreal Metro Girls is like such a good idea.
I won't lie, it has appeal.
It does have appeal. I think when it's funny, and I think too, like Otaku-thon or whatever they do for Montreal, or even Comic-Con, like you can see people cosplaying that. Because it's an easy group. That's an easy group cosplay.
Oh, quite a few people. We're
4.
cosplaying 4. Oh, you just want the
Lines. It's
the
easy.
the lines. Oh, I thought it was like stations.
No, the stations is too many.
Okay. Well then, okay, interesting. How would you characterize each
The
of the
line.
lines? Yeah.
First of all, Orange Line, definitely the businesswoman.
Mhm.
The yellow line is the partier.
Oh.
Green line.
I would.
Green line is kind of like I think Green line is she's kind of the main character.
Okay.
She's kind of the main character.
East to west. She's got a lot of experience.
Yeah, I would say she's a little bit of the older one as well.
Okay.
And then the blue line is definitely, well, that's like Snowden,
Jean Talon.
John Talon, all like in a lot of, I would say it's near, for me that area is kind of like classified by kind of like the observatory and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of, I would say younger.
What's NDG-ish area a little bit?
Yeah, I would say younger, fun. Younger, fun, little like fun. She's younger and fun. You know, maybe she's here for school or something. You know, she's studious.
Okay.
Right.
Sort of still optimistic about the state of the world.
Yeah, she's new to Montreal though. She's new to Montreal.
But I feel like the stations on the blue line are not new. Like they don't look
No. I'm not
great.
saying. I'm trying to say the area. Okay, so they don't look great.
Because it's a huge area. I mean, like Green Line. Like if you're thinking downtown, I'm like, oh, she's hip. You know, she's cool. She dresses well.
Yeah, she's a main character.
But then if you're talking about like Green Line in the LaSalle area, that's a completely different person. If you're talking about whatever the other end of this line is.
Yeah.
Omnivocal.
Yeah, that's the thing. You need to basically get all that into one person.
How can you do that, man?
How about this? For the blue line, I think the blue line's a little bit harder one because like I want to like if we're focusing purely on the metro stations and like a little bit on the area because the area does influence it. A lot of people who live in that area are not like, especially those areas with the blue line. A lot of people are not specifically from. There's a mix between everybody, but a lot of people are not from Montreal. They're not from the area.
Oh yeah, okay.
A lot of immigrants, people live in that area, especially for the blue line. And there's also kind of like the historic. And there's a lot of like, I guess a lot of students live there too. So I think that's a good idea to have like that. Maybe like she's younger, like that kind of like represents.
They got
like
the cemetery.
Yeah, I'm saying like maybe she's kind of like a little bit like an emo, like a little bit of an emo girl, but she's younger, little student. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Right?
She's on TikTok.
Yeah, her clothes are kind of like
Some stripes.
they're kind of like matte, like not matte. I'm trying to look at the word. Kind of like they're shaggy, they're ripped a little bit, but it's kind of the aesthetic.
Yeah, okay. I can see it. Ripped black jeans.
It's part of the appeal. You know, she kind of likes the broken stuff and the stuff that looks kind of weird and unconventional, kind of like the blue line, right? How it's weird and stuff like that. Yellow line's super easy.
Why do you say partier? That's interesting to me because I would have said like it's like a recluse, like.
No, she
far away.
Well, because one Osheaga.
Oh yeah, okay, you're right. For me, I never go to Parc Jean Drapeau.
Exactly, that's where all the parties and raves and stuff like that. Parties and raves.
Because I'm like it links the South Shore.
It's all the festivals happen on that island.
You're very right. I didn't consider all the factors.
So she'd be younger and not younger. She'd be shorter.
True.
And she would definitely be like the partier.
Okay. Yeah.
So
she's got the glow in the dark wristbands. She's got a neon crop top.
She has like I'm trying to like
some colorful eyeshadow.
Yeah, definitely. And she has like definitely like the bracelets. She has a lot of bracelets from different festivals and stuff like that.
Go-go boots.
Exactly. Go-go boots. Green line is a little hard because it's the longest one.
Yeah. A lot of different neighborhoods.
But I would say that the green line is kind of like the Leonardo of
the bunch.
Yes.
I don't know if you're quoting the right one. I couldn't advise you on this though. You could say whatever.
Anyway, the blue Ninja Turtle. Okay. He's the leader.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
But Raph is also kind of like in contention. He wants to be a leader, but
he wants to be the leader, but he's not quite up to snuff.
Exactly. So the green line, I'd say the green line is not the business area, but basically it goes to the center of Montreal. So the green line, that character has
main character, yes.
That green character is basically she represents Montreal essentially. Mm-hmm. She's kind of like the popular one. She's well dressed. I'd say you need to focus a little bit more on downtown, right? She's younger, definitely. I guess like you'd basically make her kind of like the Montreal like.
Because for me, I mean, maybe it's just the color green, but like I think a lot about like parks.
Oh.
Because like you go to Angrignon, big park there, P9 and stuff. You got the Olympic Stadium.
Yeah.
There's some nice parks downtown. You got Square Dorchester.
I think that's a good aesthetic. And
it's the green line, right? So I'm thinking like
she's a bit...
nice, maybe like one of those olive like military jackets. Maybe a button up underneath,
Something that's like fun, but like it's like she could show up to a business meeting, not business meeting, but she could show up to like a meeting. Oh, definitely. Okay, first of all, she works for a startup. First of all.
Oh yes, of course. So she's got glasses.
She works for a startup. She's younger, but not too young. She's just out of college.
Just out of college. Yeah. She's like 23.
Exactly. She's living on her own. She lives in NDG. No. She lives Villemard, Verdun. Not the East End though.
So LaSalle Metro.
Around LaSalle Metro, like around that area.
Yeah. She's got a messenger bag.
Yeah. Exactly.
And she bikes to work.
Oh yeah. And then green line, orange line. She's
last one.
Pantsuit, first of all, easy. Pantsuit, because the green line, the orange line is like the business. It's a business line. The reason why they got first of all, she's really into tech.
Okay.
Really into tech. She's a businesswoman, but she's really into tech because the orange line was the first line to get the new metros,
Oh, okay. I like this.
right?
Historical basis.
And it's also the reason why they put the orange line, those new ones there, because a lot of business people and the tourists go that area because that's kind of like.
Yeah. I mean, you got the. Oh no, Plateau's not really close to a metro.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
There's Saint Laurent.
Or Mile End.
There's Mount Royal.
Okay.
Stuff like that area. But those are kind of like orange green line contention kind of.
For me, I especially think business because when I used to transit to work, I would have to go to Côte Vertu and then take a bus. Yeah.
Exactly. This person definitely she works for Pornhub.
Well, everyone does, I guess.
Well, no, yeah, she works for like a tech company.
Uh-huh.
A Montreal known tech company. She works for MindGeek.
MindGeek. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then and she's kind of like she has like the newest tech.
Is she a brand manager maybe?
No.
Because you said business, but tech. What was the Green Line startup? Maybe they're working on like a transit
AI.
app. Oh, AI. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. So then she works for an AI startup, and then so the businesswoman. What's in a business that Montreal knows? That's maybe not. Well, she's into.
Bombardier.
Oh, she works for Bombardier, and she's into tech, or maybe she works for the AI startup, or maybe she works for, not a startup, but like she works for like an AI company, and that's why she's.
I kind of like her in the human resources department though, in more of a social thing than like a.
But she's kind of like
R&D.
Okay.
I like her more in the. Yeah, in the business.
But she also has to be like that tech, that little tech in like the little tech bug.
I mean, business exists outside of.
But like I also want to present how the new metros were first on the Orange Line.
Okay. So maybe she's a project manager.
Maybe she definitely has like she definitely has a smartwatch. Definitely, she has a smartwatch. She has like
Fitbit. Oh, I guess same thing.
Probably an Apple Watch. No, it wouldn't be an Apple Watch. It'd definitely be like not the Apple version. Like she's not an Apple person.
Not at all.
Green Line's an Apple person.
Yeah.
Yellow Line's an Apple person.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yellow has a rose gold iPhone.
Exactly. Blue Line definitely. I don't think Blue Line doesn't even care. I think Blue Line because of what? Like Blue
Line's mom bought them an Android 3 years ago, and it still works. So.
Yeah, exactly. She's a student. Why is she worrying about that? You know, she's paying off her own bills, and she's going to school, and she has like a lot of stuff to do online or some shit.
Yeah.
Orange Line. She's
got like an old Google phone that's got a good camera.
No, she knows what's up.
Yeah.
I think that she kind of experiments with her phones. You know. She kind of supports the newer tech.
Interesting.
Like she has a phone that has like one of those cameras that pop up. You know what I'm saying?
Does she have like I heard Nokia's coming back to flip phones.
No, it's Razer.
Oh, Razer. Okay.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I think she would have one of those.
Yeah, I think so too.
She would have like the Samsung one.
Because it's cutting edge, but it's a little old fashioned.
Have you seen the Samsung one?
I haven't.
It's the Samsung one just came out actually.
What do you mean the Samsung one? Is it a flip phone as well?
Yes, there's new 2 flip phones. I'll show you this real quick. Anyways, she has like the flip phone. She has like the smartwatch that's not an Apple one, maybe like a Google one or something else.
Sure.
And she has like I don't know, her shoe game is probably going to be really good. Like it maybe not looks exact, like it doesn't really fit her outfit, but she definitely has a good shoe game.
She does a lot of walking. I could see someone in like sort of a smart looking like skirt and blazer, but they've still got some really nice white sneakers.
Exactly.
I kind of like that a lot.
You know what I'm saying? Like maybe she has some nice shoes. And possibly the e-girl one's wearing like a dime phone. Not a dime, like a dime sweater.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what the phone looks like. I'll turn off the volume.
Many outdoor reviewers, and when they do in the United States, you only get it for 24 hours. So I went and I bought this thing, okay? So I'm not being paid by Samsung. I'm not a Samsung fangirl or anything like that. So what I'm going to tell you is my honest opinion.
Did she flip the phone yet?
New to our channel.
No.
I don't know. That's kind of my thing. I use all
She's
sorts of
holding
brands
it.
of phones and
I can't even see that there is a
whatever
flip
suits me best,
possibility.
that's what I like. So obviously in a couple of days, this is not a
Can I just skip ahead?
Go ahead.
There's a lot that's similar here. The cameras.
Oh, it looks like a Game Boy Color.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
You mean a Game Boy SP?
I only had a Game Boy Color.
Really? The SP, the one that
I
flips?
don't know, Game Boy Advance?
The one that flips?
Yeah, did it flip? I think it flipped.
The SP.
Okay, no, my friend had one that flipped.
Okay.
And
Did you have the one that kind of like...
anyway, Yes,
Like,
I
you
have.
held from the sides.
No, it was a
Oh, like kind of like this.
it was a vertical.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was probably a Game Boy Color then.
yeah, Game Boy Color for sure.
Anyway, so yeah, she definitely has a new tech, and I think that's kind of like the Montreal Metro girls.
Anyways, this was our pitch.
My
I
pitch
hope
to you.
Okay.
I threw some ideas out, and you threw some ideas back. So it's definitely blowing your
It's
brain.
fun to workshop.
It
All
is
right,
definitely
sure.
fun to workshop.
I'll make a little portfolio for you.
You don't understand how wildly successful it'll probably be. Imagine the merchandising. The
Whoa.
merchandising alone. Like, you're laughing, but like, what if something already happens? Like, if someone literally makes the same idea that we did, and they have merchandise stuff like that, I'll be so mad at you.
I know you'll be very
I'll
mad
be
at
very
me.
mad at you. I'll be very mad at you. We could have made some goddamn money.
I can picture the wrath. I can see the lines, the laughter lines on the capture. It's good. It shows we're having a good time.
It shows, definitely. Okay, so let's do the Gael portion of today. This one's
Gael.
specifically for Gael. I didn't
Do
have
you have a Gail segment on every episode?
No, but I'm targeting these towards Gael now.
I love it so much.
Okay, let me go. Let me see Gail's most recent. Let's comment on Gail's his social media presence.
All right, okay.
Let's
Are we Instagram?
I'm gonna go on Facebook. See if he said anything. Oh, he said SpongeBob is dead is his caption.
On Facebook?
He doesn't have anything. No, he doesn't really have anything recent on Facebook. He's definitely not that active on Facebook though. He's not active on Twitter either. He's not really active on any social media. But I want to find anything.
Post some Instagram stuff now and then.
Gael
Gail the Goblin and Gail Chevalier. I miss Gail the Goblin.
It's coming back slowly.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh, okay. It's a story.
It says good morning. It's a cat and a dog.
Okay. Well, yeah. All his most recent posts are just like, we know what they are. He likes cats.
Sure does.
Let me just text him real quick.
Okay. Oh, whoa. This is the silent portion of the podcast.
Exactly. I thought I was getting a little too silent.
You get to imagine what we could have been saying if we weren't both on our phones.
Yeah. I'm just fuck. Yeah, we're both on our phones. So let's. We're Gail's friend. We can know what he wants us to talk about.
Okay. Mac and cheese recipes. So recently.
Oh yeah, you go ahead.
I go. Here I narrate.
Oh, this is actually. Oh, he's calling me right now.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
And welcome to our next guest, Gael the Goblin.
Gail Leroy Chevalier.
How you doing, Gael? You're on the podcast.
I'm having an apple.
Yeah, you're on the podcast.
What kind of apple though?
It's one of those green boys, the Granny Smith. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Nice.
The sour ones. I have some salt on top. I put salt in my sour apples because it's like a sweet, like sour salty combo. It mixes in the middle. It makes like a nice sweet mix.
Interesting. Gail,
I get it from my dad.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you're quite the innovator, but perhaps it's in the genes then. Hey, what's up, man?
Right, topics. You can talk about my weird taste in apples. My love for apples. You can talk about me. I'd appreciate that actually.
Okay.
Well,
Zach's
you can
kind
also
of
talk.
shaking his head.
Shameless plug.
You can talk about me.
You can talk about the recent political debates that have been happening. The Democrats. That'd be very fascinating. Of course, I don't care about politics, so I'm actually just messing with you. You can talk about art.
Nice.
You can talk about Oscar. Rest in peace.
The Grouch?
Oscar Green.
Oh.
Yeah. Zachary can tell you the sad story of our friend Oscar.
Was there any topics you want us to talk about?
That's what he's.
That-
That's what he's listening.
No,
off.
but specifically like because
that
they're
I
all
wanna listen?
they're all involving him. But I'm saying like they don't have to be Gael topics. They have to be something that Gael wants to listen to topics.
Okay.
Oh, okay, I see. All right, let me think. Let me put myself in my mind state of driving.
Oh.
I mean, I'm always happy to hear stories from the past. You know, to hear retellings of fun, memorable experiences we've had as friends. I always like hearing about that.
You're a
Parkside's
fan
a
of-
nice one.
You're a fan of nostalgia.
Yes, I like nostalgia. When I'm driving down the roads, you know, it takes me back to the
Country road.
younger day.
You like the Crispy podcast?
Oh man, that was a nice one.
You listen to the Crispy podcast?
Got maybe
Yeah,
5 minutes in.
is Julie and Jared on this podcast?
Just Julie.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Jared.
What's up,
Yeah.
bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my boy. My boy Jared.
That's my boy right there.
And you're catching me kind of, I'll text you some ideas. Right now my brain can't think because I'm talking, so.
Okay.
That's true.
We'll have a Gael topic segment. You just give me topics you want us to talk about, and I'll sprinkle them throughout the podcast.
I like that. Or maybe like just a joke for
Good.
Gael once in a while.
I'll text you.
Okay, I'll see you, bro.
Take care, man. I like the idea of like no matter who's on the podcast, you kind of just go like, "Oh, we're back in our Gael segment," and here it's like jokes for Gael.
I think I'm gonna have them on this board, and I write them down, and then I'm gonna scratch them
Gael
out.
topics. That's great.
Okay, so he wants to go back a little bit. Let's go way back.
Oh my. Okay.
This is a question I ask some people on the podcast because I think it's a fun question to throw up. Throw up. How did we meet?
Oh, okay.
And what's your first memory of me?
I mean, I'm curious as to you if you know my answer to this because we've had this conversation before.
I think I know the first memory.
Yeah, I think you do. Should I tell it then?
Yes, obviously.
So
It's
this
your
is,
memory.
So this is Parkside. Going on perhaps 8 or so years ago, 8 or 9. And it's a night game, and everyone goes through different paths in the woods, and then we all end up in this clearing, and there's a bonfire going. And I'm with some folks from my sports team, I think. And Phil Mariello is there, and then you pull up with glow-in-the-dark glow sticks between your fingers, sort of Wolverine style, and you're kind of raving, just sort of like, shaking it up a little bit.
I think I know the exact song I was doing. I was like, boom, 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 boom.
That good old tune.
Yeah.
I know, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Phil says some non sequitur, like, look at this guy, or whatever. And
I think
that's my introduction to Zack.
I think he said, like, Zack's a natural occurrence.
Yeah, that sounds, yeah, probably. That's a natural phenomenon.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's my Zack 101.
That's your first memory of me?
Yeah. Was we had, I don't believe we'd spoken before that. Because this is, like, probably some first night kind of thing.
Yeah. My first... I don't have a very first memory, I think. I think I have... a vague... I like, the first, like... it's not our first interaction, but definitely the first, like, I kind of, like, this is, like, definitely near ground zero.
Sure.
I think we were just playing ping pong.
That sounds right.
I think we were playing ping pong or something. We were just talking about, like... something stupid. I think I got our nicknames. It was like day 3 of camp, and like we all just started camp.
Yeah.
And I think it was like day 3 of camp.
Yeah, I feel like I have a memory where I'm on a trampoline with someone.
Yeah.
And I see Jared, because I knew Jared
Yeah.
better than the rest of you, because I had been good friends with his cousin Eden, and then she brought Jared and Justin along. And I see Jared, and I see him with 2 other people, and I know one of them is Gael. But I can't remember if the other one was Dante or you.
Yeah.
Anyways, they were like near the picnic tables going towards the boys' dorms, and I'm like, there's Jared and someone else. That's it.
I guess that's the first memory. Not as eventful.
No, yeah, I mean,
Actually, you know what's funny? I think that's probably around the same area that I had my first memory of Crispy.
really,
I think within hours of each other.
please tell the story.
I told on the other podcast.
Oh,
You gotta
shucks.
fucking listen if you
All
want
right,
to hear
well,
that one.
you're right,
It's
you're right.
exclusive. You gotta pay $5 if you want to hear it now.
Patreon content.
Anyway, it was just basically it was just him at the hub talking about Xbox.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's the first that's the one I
Some
know in my
good
head.
14-year-old boy combos.
Because I forget how young we were. I remember at that age I was like I'm a fucking teenager.
I'm a teen.
Do you know how close I am to 16? that was my mental thought. Like when I saw 16-year-olds, I was like,
I'm you, basically.
I'm like, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. I
I mean, yeah.
was like, you guys are fuckers.
The folly of man.
Is 16-year-olds.
No, it's to think themselves, I guess, superior to others based on age.
Okay, so that was our first memory, and then how did we meet? I think is it because like
Through
Jared's
Jared.
definitely our friend, and I think you're just there as well.
We had, I don't you probably remember this, but
Yeah.
that first year that we were friends,
Yeah.
we had a phase where we were like, man, Jared's so cool.
I think I have that of a lot of people.
Oh, really?
I have a lot of that phase of a lot of people, I think.
That's kind of nice.
But they get annoyed by it. And I'm like, then you know what the next phase is because it's not gonna be good for you. The next phase is admiration, torture,
obsession.
No, like the admiration
Oh,
one is like
okay.
then it's the torture one, and then it's just like friends one.
Okay, yeah. So Jared crossed that hump. He made it through.
I sweeten them up, then I hard them up, and then they're my friend. And I know like a few people that's already happening with that. I can see it happening again and again.
What part?
The sweetening up, and then like talking about them because it's fun because they're funny and shit like that, and then putting them through wild shit.
And if they make it out the other side, you're good to go,
that's
man.
friends.
That's blood brothers.
As blood brothers. So yeah, I guess that's it. And then
Yeah, pretty much. We probably played a lot of ping pong.
Parkside was a good memory.
We played a lot of ping pong, and you're a funny guy, and funny guys have a lot of
funniness,
social capital at Parkside, I'd say.
I definitely think you were like the only girl who knew like the value of a joke.
Oh yeah, well. Oh, thank you. Hey, man. I mean, I'm sure there's other girls out there.
There's definitely, but no one tried as hard as you are.
Because I think once I, like, realized that, like, hey, people like people who are funny.
Yeah.
That's kind of something I wanted to be. But also, at camp, it's always, like, the Boys 5 skit is, like, hilarious, right? The funny guy skits, it's so great. And I kind of wanted to be, like, fuck, like, girls are funny too. And so I kind of made that my mandate throughout my tenure at camp.
I don't think that it's not that girls aren't funny. It's just that I think they don't put as much value. Some girls, especially during that age, they don't put as much value into that as other people.
Yeah, I don't think girls are allowed to be as, like, goofy.
Exactly.
Yeah. And, like, that's fucking so much of being funny.
Because being goofy is kind of like also be kind of like somewhat vulnerable. Because you're making people laugh at you, and so easily it could turn from people laughing with you to people laughing at you.
Yeah, and I think that's terrifying. And like girls are like, enough people make fun of me. I'm gonna avoid this.
I think they want a different attention. They don't want that attention, right? And for them, I think that's negative attention. They want people to look at them. This is from me speaking as like literally as someone who's not a girl, but I would say. Yeah,
but someone who's familiar with how comedy affects your perception.
Okay, yeah. And also seeing from my sister growing up, it's like she cared about her looks a lot. I'll say for all the girls, obviously not, but she cared about her looks or not, and she really just cared about presenting attractive online. Yeah,
I can imagine that even that's like exponential for girls growing up now. Like you're online from such an early age. There are fucking like 13-year-olds on Instagram who look hotter than I ever. Were you okay?
Yeah, it's What you gonna say?
Yeah, it's just like they have to look good, or else. I mean,
but it's also like if you think about
you're disliked. It sucks. I assume this applies for guys as well.
Yeah,
I think there's definitely.
I could see it a lot too.
Pressure, right?
Yeah, I guess for guys, it's not about exactly how you look. It's more about the level of fitness you are at.
Fitness.
Yeah. I'd say the fitness part. It's like because at the end of the day, guys don't really get to change their appearance that well. There's no makeup. There's nothing to cover it up. There is makeup for some guys, but then again, that's like a whole other thing that you have to overcome.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So for guys as well, to just kind of like seeing guys who are fit, seeing guys who are just like naturally athletic, and you're like, I'm not that athletic, and I'm doing the same thing that they do, but my body does not look like that.
Mm-hmm.
So same thing for girls, right? Like they want to lose weight. I think the same thing happens for guys, but it happens much more low key because when a guy loses weight and he becomes more muscular, you think it's like a good thing, but you also don't know that guy must have been like fuck, like that could have been like it could start from a negative place.
Probably, yeah.
It's a whole and also there's some parts where it is like people do lose weight, like it is from like
to be healthy.
Yeah, it is to be healthy, but it's also it could be going from an unhealthy habit to another unhealthy habit. And then you lose weight, and then it's kind of like people tell you good job, you're like, what I'm doing is good then.
Yeah, you can't glorify like a weight loss over your own health.
Exactly. Anyways, going back to comedy. I just think that I think all the girls who kind of like who look up to you and the girls who hung out with you, they're kind of they were the funny ones, definitely, and they're ones who were able to be goofy and silly.
Yeah.
And you brought a different aspect because I think I wasn't much of I don't think like my comedy's smart. I think my comedy's just fucking stupid.
It's comedy though.
It is comedy.
It does what it sets out to do.
It tickles the funny bone. But I definitely I think your skits are kind of like more of a thinking man skit. You know what I'm saying?
My skit, which was one of the last ones that I did, that like did the best, was we did Mad Libs. Like we wrote a story and then we like left blank spaces, and then one of the girls took words from the audience for like the first 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then after that, one of them narrated, and then they each had like characters, and they were just acting it out.
Okay.
And so like that's part of where the comedy came in. It's just like, all of a sudden now he's got a knife, whatever.
But in terms of Parkside skits, that's a good.
I think that's a good template, and I think more people should use it.
It's a fantastic template because it's one. People get to act out.
Audience participation.
Participation, and also there's an element of like, whoa, this happened out of nowhere.
Yeah, goofy,
Did something happen?
kind of unexpected.
Do you hear that? Anything at all? Is that just me? That's my ear. That's just my ears. Sorry.
Oh.
My ears had like a weird blowout type thing.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know if it's a blow or not. Something changed. But anyways, I'm good. I'm still the same person.
It's still me.
Yeah,
audience participation gets like goofy, unexpected.
people get to act.
Yeah, that's a big thing for me, was like always getting everyone involved or trying to play to their strengths or whatever. The narrator role was like super chill for girls who are more shy because they get to have a script.
Yeah.
They literally just read into the mic.
They don't have to be seen at all.
Well, I put them in the front, but like I wouldn't put them in the back and just be like, all right, you read and no one sees you. Like,
No, but you know,
I mean, I guess it could work.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it's a good template.
and they don't need to memorize, which is
Super.
terrifying. I think one time we had written this really cool little story, and then we did that thing where the director says, cut, do it again this different way. And we practiced a lot, and then
the old Zack.
Oh, I mean, that's just a...
Oh yeah, I stole that from.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, and I think they remembered their lines, but they were just like laughing their heads off, which is horrible for the audience because they're like, I don't understand what's happening. Anyways, so yeah, simpler stuff, shorter, funnier. Anyways, good time.
Yeah. Talking about Parkside skits. I remember the powerhouse duo of what the Julie Brown and Hannah Owens brought.
Oh yeah, I can't recall anything that we did together.
I don't know. I don't know. I just think guys being funny. Maybe my mind is for some reason that Hannah's in this fucking skit or something.
Well, maybe. I remember
it was the Bible versions.
Oh yeah, that was my line.
Yeah.
I remember that. Oh yeah, did we co-counsel? I don't remember.
Maybe she was in that skit.
Oh no, I think that was the year that we were all campers in the same cabin, which was like our last year or my last year.
That
camping.
could have been
because Megan Bossy was in that cabin.
That was a good skit.
Thank you.
That was
our girls. Like I guess we were girls 4 because we were so many.
But that was kind of like the boys 5 like version of like the girls skit, you know?
Because at that point, like 50% of us had already been staff. We're all like 16, 17.
They know what's up.
Yeah, we know the people, so we're not embarrassed or afraid of being that vulnerable, kind of goofy.
Because I know where I am on the status.
Yeah, it's like I know people are gonna like this. Because anyway,
I'm confident who I am.
Yeah,
here.
no, Hannah's like that kind of person too. Like she's goofy and she's like okay with it. She likes to be silly. It's probably why we get along.
For some reason, every time I go to Parkside, there's a weird thing that comes over me, and like for some reason, I'm just like, whoa. There's weird goofiness like that doesn't like I don't feel it come over, but it just happens when I'm there. It just happens, you know. And now that I don't want to go back too because it's kind of like I don't like it's like that ain't me, but it's also kind of like a part of it is me, you know. Like that's where I got the testing grounds. Like I was talking about a theory about that. I don't know if it's on a podcast we talked about, but that's kind of I went there completely by myself. Didn't know anyone there.
The first time you went?
Yeah.
You didn't know Dante?
I brought Dante after.
Oh, snap.
So the first time I went there, like it was kind of like I went to Parkside and it was fun, and that's when I first met Zack.
Oh, yeah.
My first year at Parkside. We actually have a picture of the day we met, so that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Anyways, and then so that was kind of like like there's a place where
funny people like me.
Well, not just for funny people. It's just kind of like people like I was kind of a weird kid, but it's also kind of expected almost. Like wasn't at school where I was like at school I couldn't be as weird as I wanted because I knew people were gonna talk shit, and sometimes I did force it, but it's also like no, like there's people against it. people actually acting against like how like me being goofy. But there I was completely free to kind of like kind of play around and stuff like that.
Play around in the space.
And I found my space where Parkside was. And I kind of like found out who I was a little bit there. And I really I do feel like those skits really helped me out because I was just like a fun time. I really look forward to those parts.
I know you did, yeah.
That was like the reason why I went to Parkside. Yeah. Like you don't understand.
That last year, you were like, we're just doing this for the Skit Boys.
You don't understand. Early on,
I heard it too.
Yeah, early on, the only reason I would go is it's like I have a skit. Like I'd be thinking about a skit a week before I went to Parkside. Like I was thinking about a skit a week before I went to Parkside, and then the first I asked like my counselor, I was like, "When's our skit?" He's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Don't worry,
I'll take care of it."
You don't understand because they'd be like, "Oh God, we have to do a skit." I'm like, "No, don't worry."
It was it was very stressful.
I'm like, "Don't worry." And if it was and every year I got a good cabin. I think there was no year I was just like, fuck all these guys. Fuck these men.
And you were with Francis a lot of the time?
Yeah, Francis was also one of those people. Francis definitely was one of the wizards behind the sidelines. You know what I'm saying? Like he was definitely one of the people. He doesn't get as much credit as he should.
Definitely. He's one of those Wizard of Oz folks.
Yeah, he's pulling
the strings.
He's pulling strings. Comedy strings, definitely.
Puppeteering. I think infamous Kool-Aid cult. That's definitely both of your children's.
That was. When I look back to that, it's just like for some reason that was a culmination.
I mean, I think that's where it all came together.
Like I don't know if I think that was the year I came in ready to go with ideas popping.
Was that the year where you tormented Jared endlessly? Yes, of course. That was the year.
Yeah, that was 2014.
Oh, dang, yeah.
I know the exact year. Ran the noggin. 2014 was a great year. That's when I had... Because everyone was there.
Everyone was... Yeah.
I think everyone was there. Who was there? There was Labontes, all of them.
All of them.
Crispy, Dom.
Yeah.
Hannah Owens.
Yeah.
Francis. Zack was even there.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
Jared was there.
Of course. Dante.
All the characters. Not all. Was Maxwell there?
I don't know.
If Maxwell was there, that would have been crazy.
Recurring cast.
Megan Bossy was there.
Yes.
Hannah Owens. Again, that was probably the pinnacle of our generation.
Yep, agreed. I mean, because afterwards, then people dropped off. But that was the year that we were staff, and then teen camp, we were campers.
Yeah, I just think everyone just got to know each other really well.
Yeah. And then no, because was that before or after Minecraft?
That was right before Minecraft.
Okay. Yeah.
And after
definitely.
the summer,
that's the catalyst then.
Then we got the Minecraft, and that's what happened.
The rest is history.
Good year.
Good year,
good
2014.
fucking year.
Anything else happen? Anything good happen in 2014 world-wise?
Yeah, let's see, what was in the water?
What's in the water? 2014 events. The first thing I typed 2014, it's 2014 NHL draft.
2014 NHL draft. People are looking it up.
I can't look up biggest news stories of 2014 because that's all sad. What good things in 2014?
1 second.
So this is another one of our favorite phone segments where we kind of just...
My friend used to tell me, not used to, but he told me that he could tell, what happened each year depending on what game came out.
Huh.
Right? So in 2014...
Apparently the Cold War ended in 2014.
Call of Duty Advanced Warfare came out.
Okay. A whole lot of states stuck down gay marriage bans. That's good.
Okay.
Oh, there's a video that has to load.
Well, I think it's a little good time reminiscing.
Global agreement on climate change. Oh, I think that's Kyoto. Increased in minimum wage. Number 7 on this New York Magazine list of best events of 2014. It just says Kate Middleton. So.
1 second. I'm just going to grab my pen real quick because I'm just going to bring up a new topic.
And a new Taylor Swift album. So, wow, 2014 really did it for us. Huh?
Zack's favorite year. Zack's favorite year is 2018, actually.
Oh.
I mean 2008. Not 2018. None of the recent years is definitely his favorite year.
That's too bad. All right. What's happening?
I'm gonna draw what Gail wants to talk about. So new topic. We did a little what's it called, a little jig.
Okay.
Down memory lane. We touched on it.
I'm trying to picture the blurb for the episode description. I don't even know if you write any.
I don't, depending on what I want to do.
But I'm retrospective on the episode thus far has been Fire Emblem, the Metro Girls, Gael segment, How We Met, Parkside.
And now, this is
Gael segment, Junior.
Okay, so real quick, Gail wants to know. You have an option. I'm gonna give you two options.
Yes.
Gail wants to know about your favorite weather.
Oh, we've had this discussion too.
Or your dream house. And area.
I think I have a more specific answer for the weather one. What about you?
I think I have a finite answer for the weather one.
Okay, finite.
Well, because I know what you were talking about before. I don't have favorites, right? I can't pick a favorite for some reason. True. But I know for weather, I specifically have I know this for sure because I tested all the options. The thing is, I can't.
I've seen all the weathers.
Well, that's the thing. I really can't choose a favorite unless I've exhausted everything.
Okay.
And I know literally besides the desert, right? I know most of the weather I've experienced my entire life.
Can you give me a top 3 then? I'm very curious as to what it was almost the best weather, but then. Okay,
for me, I think honestly some of the best weather I ever experienced was very recently. It was on February 7th on my birthday.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. And it was a snowstorm.
Oh yeah, you get a lot of those.
But it was on my birthday, and I was at an outdoor spa.
Oh right, yes.
In the hot tubs and stuff like that, and I had to walk around in bare minimum, in crazy cold and crazy high wind, but the snow was everywhere. It was big snow, so you saw it in there, and it was in the airport, so you couldn't see anything. I like it when it's mostly white.
Yeah.
It's you can't really see the sky. It's literally you could just see it in front of you, and that's my favorite weather probably, or light snow during the night, a light powder, everything has a fresh coat, and it's really thick. And when you talk, you could hear that everything's silenced.
Really dulls the noise. That's cool.
Another time is that's number one. Number one is with blizzard. Number 2 is the night one. Number 3 is raining in the summer, but raining all day, but not heavy.
Just a drizzle.
I like.
Is it humid?
No, it's definitely it just happened. It's one of those things where you can still go outside, but it's also kind of fun to look out the window. It's you could stay indoors. Another one is the advanced version of that, where it's almost it's just raining a lot, and you have no choice to be stuck inside. Because for me, it's kind of that's winter again.
Winter Junior.
Exactly.
Winter 2. Summer.
And then besides that, you don't really think about warm days too much. Just warm, subtle days where it's just there's nothing going on, but just you can't really complain because the weather, you forget about it. Especially I think for us now, I think we don't forget about it now. I think because we know we have 2 months of this good weather, literally just 2 fucking months. And I guess we appreciate it a little bit more, And when we go, and I just like it when it's when it's our weather. I don't like it when I go somewhere else, 'cause that's not our weather. I like it when it's our weather.
It's all wrong.
Kinda, cause it's if you go to Cuba, that's not the same heat that we feel.
Of course not.
It's not the same aesthetic. I like it when I know it's man, this is a Montreal summer. I could my favorite thing is when I go outside and the stuff I'm wearing is the stuff I'm wearing all day.
Yeah, I love that.
That's just because I could go indoors, go outdoors, and just everything ready to go.
The world is my oyster with these clothes on.
But also just hanging out is just way better.
Yeah.
Because you could go to a park, you could go outside, inside's not because in the winter being inside is fun, because it kind of it kind of it's usually with personal people, your friends. You're in a home, and it kind of feels like this is the people I want to be with. You know, you're close with them, and it feels warm. It's a warm feeling in general. When the summer, it's also kind of like opens you up to hanging out with other people as well.
New experiences.
Exactly, but it's also like that's where some of the best memories happen. You know, it's just like, hey, we got nothing else to do. Let's just walk around all night.
Yeah.
You know, just walk around, hang out, sit here, do that. And you're just completely comfortable wherever you go.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's probably my top. I think that's 4.
5 maybe. I don't know. Anyways.
Thunderstorm at night though. That's pretty good. That's good. How about you?
I mean, you've definitely sold me big time on the like it's summer, you can just walk wherever. I have a lot of good memories from this past summer of like doing just that, and it's like, oh yeah, there's so much merit to it. I think I like when I get to put on like a little playlist. I used to have on my old iPod, which is like iPod 8 gig.
Move the microphone a little
sorry.
closer.
Sorry.
If you want to move it, just grab you see like where like the.
Yeah. Oh, here.
You got it.
Okay.
You can push it and pull it as far as you want.
There's a lot of freedom.
Exactly.
People
forget about that.
On my old 8 gig iPod, I had 2 playlists, all caps, walking, and the other one is road trip. And the walking one is just like kind of some guitar, which is my default genre, like guitar, indie, you know, just, I don't know, having a nice time, thinking my thoughts. So I would put that on and then just go for a walk. And the ideal weather for that for me is clear blue sky. And then it's like peak fall. So all of the leaves are orange, but they're still up in the trees. But some are on the ground, so you get that good crunch when you walk. That's my top.
Oh, I know that one.
That's my top weather, yeah.
That's nice. Okay, I think that's not a little nice little weather.
Mm-hmm. And now the weather.
Now, he says, I want to hear about Julie. Want to know about, like, what's her dream house and dream area to live in.
Oh, my. I don't need a big house. I think I want a nice sort of living area with some comfy rugs, and plants and lots of chairs and pillows so I can have friends over and we just kind of hang out in the living room. There's maybe like a good bookcase in my room. Lots of natural light. Some bright colors. Maybe there's like a room that's like more colorful. Like maybe the kitchen has, I guess like my current place, like it's got like blue, what's the word? Drawers.
Yeah.
Counter.
But again, this has no limitation and everything like that. This literally is like, I guess, like the optimization for you.
But that would be nice because it would be like nice and maybe it's yellow instead. It's nice and bright.
Okay.
Like a good yellow though. And I've got a good reading chair that's like my chair.
Like it's not a new chair. It's definitely worn in.
Yes, I'm thinking thrift store or something. And it's like maybe it's got like that old looking fabric that's got the sort of laced details. It's got a design on it or whatever. And I can just curl up in that with a blanket and read. Maybe I've got a garden or a balcony. Because I would love to have some plants going outside as well. Is
this an apartment? Are you living in the city?
I think I am living in the city. Like I want to be, ideally, like I don't have a car and I do transit. And then I'm a quick walk from whatever groceries or other errands I need to run, and I'm not too far from a metro, so I can go see some friends, and I'm not too far from downtown if we want to go do stuff. Yeah, I don't think I have huge hopes. I'd love to have like lots of light. Maybe, okay, if we get to be outlandish with it, maybe there's a skylight or like a have you been to Alyssa Bigre's house?
No.
She's got this one room right next to the porch area.
Yeah.
That's like, it's all glass.
Oh, a sunroom.
Yeah, okay, yeah, exactly, a sunroom. And she's got like couches there, and there's a piano, and it's lovely. Ooh, yeah, maybe I'd get like a keyboard or something. But yeah, I would have a sunroom or at least a skylight.
So you could bask in that sun.
Yeah, maybe I've got like a record player. That'd be cool. Yeah. But like it's got a gramophone on it. like when those womp womp looking things.
Wah, wah.
Or maybe a jukebox. I don't know. Something good for music that you can kind of hear around the house. Yeah. Any questions?
Okay.
Good mug collection.
Let me dive into this.
All right, please. Yes.
So what about art?
Ooh.
Like how's this like art on the walls and stuff like that?
Yes.
Like what's the idea of that? What about a place for you to do art? Like how's it
Yeah.
how's it optimized for you to do art?
Ooh, that'd be good. Yeah. So maybe I've got like a little. I don't know. I was thinking maybe I've got a little studio room. Is this in an ideal world where I don't work a 9 to 5?
I would say I'm saying like imagine you had a Sims house.
Okay.
Like you basically made your Sims house.
Okay.
Like, this house is
So
made for
yes,
you.
I've got maybe. Right off the sunroom then is my studio. And I've got right now I just store my art supplies in Jared's office, so they're like in the closet, and I'll
I've seen that.
yeah, and I come in and I fish out my pastels or whatever. So yeah, maybe I've got a little studio. 'Cause right now I draw at the kitchen table on my laptop, and I don't use the table in my bedroom much because I don't know, it's not shaky and I feel closed off.
It's the positioning and where a table is so you do work is very important.
So important. And I don't think in my room it's optimized.
I think maybe one of the big advantages is that you you're not in your room, and it's kind of like
So each room has a purpose.
Each room has a purpose, but it's also kind of like there could be like a room where you just keep all your art stuff, right? And like you can maybe just have stuff there, but you don't have to necessarily do art in there.
I
You know
mean,
what I'm
that's
saying?
just a storage closet.
Sort of, but it's just kind of like it's not necessary.
It's a gallery space then.
Yeah, I guess, but also like say you're doing a painting or whatever. If you're into, I don't know if you're still into painting or not.
I did it mostly for class. I don't think it's my main medium, but I'd like to.
But yeah,
dabble.
again, but if you say you're halfway done a painting, you just have a place to put it. You know, you have that room. You know, like again, you could have like a bunch of stuff there. You could draw in there. But I was saying like for you, or for me, how I like to do is just kind of be portable with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I don't get my best ideas from
Just sitting.
Just sitting. No.
I get that. Okay, so if I did have like a studio space, I think it'd be part of maybe that main sitting room.
Yeah.
There's like a table in the corner with plenty of sunlight, and that's where I like do my drawing. That way it's part of this other room, but it is a particular space in the room where I get work done.
Okay.
Art on the walls, yes. I think I get some of my posters framed, so they look really nice. The posters I have from the museum, or I have a map of the Chateau de Versailles. I get that framed, and I hang those up in just all over. Maybe it's good stuff.
Very good.
A very colorful bathroom too, I think. Not colorful as in many colors, but like one nice bright color.
Very good.
Thank you. And unto you, Zach.
Unto me. Favorite. Well, did you think about the area? You said like downtown kind of.
Yeah,
area?
just easy access to stuff so I can walk and bike.
Okay.
It's a safe neighborhood, so I can bike a lot without having to worry about getting hit. Because I didn't really bike when I lived closer to downtown because it's terrifying.
The sounds good for biking.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm looking forward to that. Well, I'd have to get the bike from my mom's or borrow Jared's. When I was driving here, I was like, oh, we biked this over the summer. So I got to commit that route to memory. But, yeah. Yeah.
My favorite, oh man, because I think about this a lot.
Oh, wow, really?
Like, yeah, I just thought yesterday. Actually.
Oh, okay.
I would guess like my whole entire house would kind of be optimized, kind of like just for creativity. Like that's the whole entire purpose, you know. It's like while I'm there, it's like any room that I could be in is good for creativity.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious as to how that visualizes.
The thing is I the dream house thing is like for me it doesn't really work. I like when I make do what I have.
Okay.
You know, that's like my favorite part because I feel good because I feel like I finessed it. You know, I kind of did my best. But if I had to say something so for one, I would probably for area. I'd probably say somewhere in Montreal, definitely a little closer to downtown than I already am. Maybe like a
LaSalle Metro.
maybe around LaSalle Metro, yeah. Maybe let's around LaSalle Metro. Maybe somewhere in like Kingston. Like, is it Kingston area?
Ontario?
No. What's it called? It's not called Kingston. It's called. Why am I thinking it's called Kingston? The area where Phil lives.
Lionel?
Yeah.
Who? Saint Henry.
St. Henry. That's why, because he's a king.
Okay.
Yeah, Kingston. It's like St. Henry.
That's a nice spot. Yeah, that'd be great, actually, because you got the Atwater Market, you got
Exactly.
the water. That's lovely.
I'm saying, like, that'd be a good area.
They got a lot of parks there. Dang.
I like Montreal, but also, if we're just going outside everywhere, you know, where I was in Germany was amazing. Just kind of like being like a train ride away from literally like a 10-minute train ride from being like in like a city.
I think that's a lot of people's aspirations for a city, is
But-
like to be able to access other places quickly.
Yeah, exactly. But also just kind of like living in a smaller town outside the city. Like it was it was beautiful, and I was just like, wow, like it was stunning. So somewhere like that, maybe like a European, Switzerland, Germany
Nice.
type place, and also in Poland there was like that very like I'd say maybe like for aesthetically Poland was really nice, especially where we were, but like for being close to my friends, not great.
Not exactly.
So
Oh yeah, describe to me the architecture of it, the Simsness of it.
of the house,
Yes.
I would say not an apartment. I would definitely, but like again, like closer to like there's close people around. Like I don't have a lot of space. As in like, you know how my house is here now. I think it's a little bit too close to another house. I say like people have their own individual houses,
Okay.
but like my
But it's still
neighbor's
duplex
right there.
shaped. Yeah.
My neighbor's right there. You
Okay,
know, like
yeah.
I like that.
Like I mean, you remember my place in Brossard?
Yeah,
It's houses.
something like that. Yeah, kind of like that. Maybe not too maybe not
So
too
suburban.
not as suburban.
Uh-huh.
No, like kind of like NDG.
Okay.
You know, NDG has individual houses.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's also close to downtown.
Yeah, yeah. It's a
Like-
nice neighborhood.
I like that.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking something like that. 3 floors possibly.
Ooh.
I'm gonna start off the exterior of the house. So in the back, so a nice backyard. Doesn't have to be too big, but a nice backyard where like you can have like a fire.
Yeah, barbecue.
Exactly, fire, barbecue, a shed.
Ooh.
I make the shed kind of like a nice like a hangout place
The shed.
Mhm.
Why not inside the house?
for the summers.
Okay.
For the summers, you know, you can hang out by the fire, but also it's getting a little bit too buggy. You know, you go inside the shed. You know, there's just couches in the shed. It's nice.
Okay.
You know,
Interesting.
It's for the boys. You know, we you know like that's when like the deeper conversations happen during the summer.
Because
you
it's
know?
nighttime. Yeah, everyone's got like a beer. Yeah. I like that.
Everyone's got a beer. Maybe we're smoking or something like that. Something's happening. There's something fun's happening. We're just kind of just
Just hanging out.
if something
Just being.
also I feel like that's also a place you go to when like something kind of happens and it's like a big change in your life, for negative or for worse. But that's where you go because it's like
Need to think.
that's comfortable, you know, and that's like where the boys are too, you know. So that's a nice little backyard situation. And then inside the house, the kitchen I don't really mind too much. The kitchen, possibly I would like the fridge, sink, and oven and stuff like that. I like an island.
Okay.
An island, and then everything else kind of like there's behind it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Island would be definitely very helpful. So I could just like I think
Yeah, you just
one
put things.
one also because I could film with an island. It's a good way to film kitchen stuff.
Okay.
Because then you can have everything here, and then you can see everything in the background, and then it's not like if you're working on stuff, you can look at the camera, you have a platform and everything. What else? That's the kitchen. Bathroom is really important to me. Bathroom. I want a big bath.
Toilet.
Yeah.
Sink.
But I want one of those fancy
You want a
big,
bask? Ooh. Wait, like
big-
a
like you just sit down and you just plop yourself down. It's like, oh,
clawfoot tub or, is it above ground?
yes.
Oh, okay.
Or inside the ground is pretty fucking cool too. I like that. You know what?
Maybe there's like stairs all the way down, so you don't have to like
Yeah,
clamber.
I saw like actually in the one of the places we were in Georgia had one of those. It was a big bath.
Ooh.
It was like literally. I was like, that's a small pool. Like I'm being dead serious.
That's a small pool.
It was like 10 feet,
Wow. Oh, wow.
and it was like 3 feet deep.
Yeah, that's wow.
A small pool.
Pretty
like,
much.
I'm being dead serious, and there were stairs.
Dang.
I'm like, this is where you guys take bath. Like, what? You get boys to.
You just do laps.
Is this the bathhouse? Like, what is this?
Oh man.
I want basically a bathhouse.
That's pretty dope. Okay, yeah.
I want that. Shower's not. Oh, and actually, you know what? I want the waterfall shower.
What does that look like?
It's like comes with the ceiling.
Oh wow.
Right?
So it's not a head.
No, it definitely comes with the ceiling. It has different jets from around, so I get what I want. That's the bathroom. I don't really care how many bathrooms. Maybe another bathroom for guests and stuff like that. And then I would like a lot of ledges everywhere.
What do you mean?
Just a lot of places where if I'm walking around, you know, I could just like put down my notebook, and I don't have to change my position too much, and it's right.
You would lose stuff, Zach.
What do you mean?
I feel like you would like put something down. You'd be like walking. Oh, plop the notebook on that ledge. Walk around. You've got 3 floors worth of ledges. You'd be like, fuck, which ledge is that notebook on?
not like all the way through. But I'm saying like if there's like tables and stuff like that.
Okay, lots of surface space.
A lot of surface space.
Okay, yes.
But I would like some ledges though. Like
All right, map this out for me though. So
I thought
3 floors.
Well, it's because like I was at the bar yesterday. I was writing. I wrote for like 3 hours, like not 3 hours, maybe 2.5 hours.
Sure.
And
cool.
I had my friend writing. I was just walking around the bar and like just like those ledges, you know how bars have where you could just stand up and put your beer down.
Oh yeah.
Those would really help me write because I was I'll be thinking, and then like as soon as I need to write something down, it's right there. I don't have to sit down and change my positioning, and then something else catches my mind. Like it's literally boom, boom.
I see.
Right, so something like that, you know. I would probably like. I don't want my own writing room though. I don't want something like that.
No.
I would like something like that. I would have a room where like there's one wall's a mirror. There's a microphone and stuff like that. Probably music or something like that. And there is a lot of space to write, but it's also a lot of walking space.
Pace and space.
Exactly. But also keep that room open. Most of the house can be open. I would want like the hangout. Like I like the living room kind of be in the basement, kind of like the where you just hang out and chill. But that'd be kind of like mic'd up and stuff like that. Like it could be converted to like us just hanging out playing video games to us like, hey, let's record something real quick.
Oh.
And us playing video games, you know, like just really boom, you know. Something like that where it's kind of like a creative space, but also a comfortable space to be in. That could be easily. It's just the same space. You know?
The transition is seamless.
In my idea, if I owned this house, because in my head I actually imagine this house as like
That's true. Yeah, basement, 2 floors.
it's the only thing I known. Anyways, I would turn this room into a studio room, and there'd be like a hole right here
Okay.
where you could view the basement because the basement would be turned into the recording room.
Oh, huh.
Yeah, so there'd be like a sound engineer in here or something like that, and like if you're ever recording something, he'll be in here looking at the computers, the 1s and 2s. And then like we'll play video game. It'll be like completely like insulated and stuff like that for sound.
He's trapped in there.
Yeah, but anyways, like he has a space, you know, to do his stuff.
Yeah, a little bed in the corner. He can just stay.
Exactly. That's
We feed him food through the hole.
That's where Gail lives. And then the whole room there would just be like, you know, couch, table, TV, microphones,
Media,
stuff like that. Where you like again, like you go from hanging out to recording instantly.
You knock on the window. Hey, sound guy.
I definitely
Wake him up.
want unconventional shaped rooms.
Hexagon.
I would like rooms, yeah, kind of. I like rooms where like, you know, like you see the kind of, it's like a triangle.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's kind of like the house kind of like the roof kind of comes like a shape like this.
Okay. Oh.
And there's a room like right there. You
the
know?
attic?
Kind of, and I like what people do with that room, you know?
I like that. When you first said triangle shaped, I thought you meant like the floor plan was triangular.
No,
in my head, I was like, this is cramped and it sucks, and I'm so anxious.
No, like as in the walls kind of like meet at a point. There's no real ceiling, just meet at a point.
I'd love to like have an attic.
I think
that's so neat.
Really cool. I mean, besides that, I think that's like really.
That's like the secret.
I could probably go in deeper about every single detail, but that's kind of the gist of it.
You haven't talked about your bedroom.
That's true. I don't
Bed.
know. I like my bedroom as it is now, but it's also kind of like my bedroom is essentially what I want my house to look like.
Okay.
So, right? So like I feel like there's no, for me, like a house is like it's just an extension of who I am. So like the
house is just a big bedroom.
It's literally just that, and like that's why I feel it is, right? So I feel like that's like, you know, like Like for me, if I didn't have a bedroom, like I guess a bedroom would be like convenient, but like it's also like if I do move out, like I've already planned like, well, maybe there might be a possibility I don't have a bedroom.
Yeah, if it's a studio. Or
Exactly.
something like
Then I just make do what it is.
that. Totally.
And then, but I kind of like that because it's just like my room is my room. Like it just looks the exact way I want. Like I don't want my house to look different on other floors. I kind of want everything kind of be coherent.
A themed floor.
Not themed, but it's kind of.
This one's underwater. And this one's continental.
Continental. I feel like everything's kind of like a coherent, like like this is like, like
the pieces fit together. I get it.
every room has like not a purpose, but every room has a flow, sort of, and they kind of give off a vibe, so what's coming up when it's here, it's safe in this room, it's just like, oh no, this is a good room to. Like, during the day, this is a good room to be in. During the night, it's a good room to be in. During a party, if you want like a more of a secluded conversation, you go here. If you want to be around everyone else, it's around here. If you want to be outside has a different vibe as well too. Also I like a bar.
Do you want to be outside? We got all these doors, man. You can get there.
I like a bar.
Yeah,
possibly.
when you were mentioning ledges, I was like, oh yeah, you could have like a little
bar would be nice.
That'd be kind of nice. Yeah.
And I think that's basically it.
I could actually picture you very well, like in this like little kitchen area, and then like you've got a cupboard that's like all these nice drinks, and you're like, what can I get you?
What can I get you?
Yeah. You're washing a glass.
I'm
You
just
throw the towel over your shoulder.
Am I fucking in your own fucking mind? I'm your fucking bartender. Is that what you're trying to say? I'm just your little butler. Okay. Okay, so we talked about the Fire Emblem 3 stuff, but we'll continue.
Oh, okay.
So what's your, as he calls it, your dream pet ratio?
What the heck does that mean?
He says, are we talking dogs, cats, goats? These things I must know.
Gael. Honestly, so I've always like thought like, oh, if I get like a pet, it'd be like a rescue, and it's like this old dog.
He's chittering all the time.
No, he's like a. Well, I mean, I give him a good home, and we become old friends. And I see him into his twilight years. Are you laughing because of this very depressing dream pet to have?
Kinda.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't think so. We didn't have pets growing up. We had fish, and we had Nintendogs, and that was the extent of it.
Yeah, what are you talking about? You had pets.
Well, okay, yes.
That is pets.
But not like pets that are very involved, that you need to have a significant relationship with. Mm-hmm.
Like the cool thing about, okay, go on.
No, please go ahead.
I think I got real fucked up one night.
Oh.
Not real fucked up. I got high one night, and I was at my ex-girlfriend's house, and like her cat was there. Well, her cat, but her roommate's cat. And I was just kind of like, came up to me, sat next to me, and I was just like, this guy's just a passive friend. He's like he's just someone who just hangs out in the house, and like he's just there.
Yeah, like I feel like I could enjoy that.
And I think that's why cats are really cool, because they're very like they have maintenance, but they're also low maintenance.
I feel like, I'm allergic to cats, so if I could, it would be a cat. But in this case, it is an old dog, who has had his time, running around in the sun, and now he just wants a warm body to lie next to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've so Hannah, every time she sees a dog, she goes, like she's like very excited to see any dog.
Yeah.
I've never had that reaction to animals.
I think that's more of a recent thing for some reason. Like I feel like everyone just warmed up to dogs more than ever.
Maybe.
Do you feel that?
Yeah, sure. I guess it's an internet. People love cats on the internet.
But for some reason,
doggos
and stuff like that.
Puppers.
I feel like it just escalated, and now every time you see people with dogs, they're like, oh.
Yeah.
And I think it's more than ever now.
Okay, so you think the internet to an extent people might be putting it on.
I think originally kind of
they're just like let's have something in common. We both love dogs.
But then it became like a genuine thing.
Okay. I don't know. I can't relate to that. So I don't know. I don't know. Pet ratio. What does the ratio?
Like, do you want pets?
I think.
Do you want that old dog named Rusty?
His name is Sam. He's named after Samwise Gamgee. the loyalist friend. This is one that I've
Oh,
put
God.
thought into.
Sam
Oh,
Wise
God.
ganja.
No. Is there a strain called that?
100% probably.
That's what you said it, and I'm like, this is real.
Then so you want that one dog? There's nothing else, no fish.
Nah. I mean, like, I don't even know if I want the dog that much, you know? Maybe, I mean, if I've got, like, this nice house, maybe I get some chickens.
No.
I got eggs. My sister-in-law's family, they have quite a few, like, farm animals, and they have chickens, and so, like, every week they go see my brother and my sister-in-law, and they give them, like, a dozen eggs, and they just don't have to pay for eggs.
That's saving a lot of money.
Yeah, so maybe I'd have, like, 2 chickens just running around, and I go and feed them.
And they lay egg.
And they lay egg. Yeah. I don't know. What about you?
Nah, I like pets, but I don't like my own pets.
Yeah, I know this about you. You do not like them. So what's your dream pet ratio?
Rock.
Nice.
My friends bring their pets often.
Okay.
Maybe,
so you're like a pet uncle.
maybe it's my roommate's pet and not my pet.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. Oh,
Yeah.
you can be like, you can enjoy the benefits of pet,
Like sometimes,
but
yeah,
not the responsibilities of pet.
like sometimes I feed him.
Mm. And he's like, hey, Zach, thanks for feeding
Yeah.
Toby.
And like sometimes I sneak him a treat. And I'm
Oh,
like, here
yeah.
you go, you fuck.
You're definitely a pet uncle then. Or pet, like, grandma.
Something like that, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But like for me, I think I like dogs, but they're a little bit too much. I think cats are the way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I like the vibe of a cat,
yeah.
but not my lungs don't like the hair of it, you know?
Yeah, I would say maybe like a duck.
All right. Now we're cooking.
I think ducks would be fun.
That would be pretty fun.
Just walk around, or a penguin.
Waddle. Have you ever heard, like, the sound? Just pat, 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 pat. It's pretty fun.
I played Goose Game,
Oh, yeah?
and it is hilarious.
Oh, I love it.
It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know why. For some reason, like every time I see a duck,
It's so pleasing.
sometimes I see a dog, like I feel like the specific, like the white and orange
That's a
duck.
goose.
Is that a goose?
Well, goose game.
No, but he's not. But he's not like he's a duck. He's like,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry.
like one of those classic ducks, you know,
Yeah.
not like one of
Donald.
those. Yeah. So like he's not
Donald.
not Daffy,
Mm.
right? Because Daffy's black.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So like one of those classic ducks, and I feed him corn, and he's like,
Yeah.
I think that's about
It'd
it.
just be kind of goofy. I like it.
Yeah.
I could see you with a duck.
Uh,
I could picture you just like a duck under one arm.
His name would be probably like Machine Gun Kelly or something like that.
Okay.
Monster Truck. Something threatening.
Nice.
So what's your this is a dumber question.
Another user submitted question.
Another user submitted question. What's her dream? Okay, no, never mind. Dream pet ratio. Favorite shoe brand? Why? Comfy, stylish? Question mark.
Don't have a favorite shoe brand. I don't know if you've seen. So, listener, there are stairs that head up to the main door to get into the apartment, and that's where we like put our shoes. You've seen the stairwell, Zachary.
The amazing stairwell.
It's fine. And so that's where we put our shoes. And before, Jared would put his shoes on one side and I would put mine on the other.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, I keep tripping over your shoes. And so now I put mine on the other side. And this is feasible because I only really use one pair of shoes. In the winter, I have boots. And in the non-winter, I have a pair of sneakers. And I kind of just run those
Yeah, like
until they... I mean, they're both fairly new. I think the boots are just 2 years old and the sneakers are 1. But before that, I
do you
just
have any
kind of...
fancy shoes?
I have some office shoes.
Okay.
I got 2 pairs, and I leave them at the office, so I can swap out my boots into my office.
You're
shoes.
not a shoe person.
Nah. I mean, I could be, but it's like you spending money on sweaters, you know, like.
It's
My shoes are to me as sweaters are to you.
I have a lot of sweaters though. I just because the thing is I always got big sweaters when I was a kid, and I just grew into them, and now I'm like, why don't we throw a perfectly good sweater?
Yeah. It takes a lot for me to move on from a pair of shoes.
And also I have a lot of Christmas sweaters too, and I was like, I don't want to.
Didn't you have like at least 12?
I have like 20.
Wow.
Yeah, it's actually ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
My closet's fucking. It's actually it's not a small closet, but it's packed. For shoes, like okay, you because you could easily just like most people, you could easily fall into like that trend. Like, a lot of people have a lot of shoes, you know.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Me neither. I have a few different shoes. Like if I buy shoes, it's usually just for the yucks. If I buy anything,
You got that tie-dye Crocs, right?
exactly yucks.
Yeah, I've got so my office shoes. I have one that's like got a little bit of a heel, but I won't. The other day I wore it.
Like
and
how big is the heel?
not freaking
So a little bit of a heel.
a centimeter and a half.
And what happened?
Well, they click clack. Now the main office that I work in is carpeted, so that's not a big deal. When I walk, I can be like, I got a little bit of a strut. But I went to go pick up a charger from IT, just in a different building.
Yeah.
You got to walk down a very long hallway, very long tiled hallway. And so the whole time I'm like, clack, 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 like just me walking. I'm like, this sucks. I wish I could take off the shoes and walk like silently, like I normally would.
Because you don't want me.
I don't want to announce my.
You want to be
presence.
seen but not heard.
I don't want either of those.
I'm a ghost.
Yeah.
You want to haunt the office.
And my other pair is just like a comfy pair of flats from like Ardennes. That's what I freaking had for years on end was gray flats from Ardennes. And at some point, and then they would always get holes in the exact same places. So I replaced them. And I have a picture that's like 5 of these same pair, just like getting darker and dustier and more beat up. And they're all lined up. Yeah.
So
I'm sorry, Gail.
Shoe game is not that crazy.
My shoe game is basic.
Yeah, well, I'd say it's functional because people get too much into it.
It's in character, man. If anything.
Yeah, it definitely is in character, but I guess you live I would say, this sounds like an insult, but I definitely don't think it's an insult. I think you live like a very more, basic but more streamlined kind of
Sure,
life.
yeah. If it cuts down on the amount of decisions I gotta make.
Well, because I think, you're a creative person, right? So I think that kind of helps you because then your creativity is not based on. It's not spread out with different facets. It's not like shoes, outfit, stuff like that. Not say you don't put effort into it. I say like you put the effort and detail goes somewhere else.
Yeah, sure.
And
I've never thought about it that way, but you might be right. I know some people who get energy out of like making those decisions in the morning, like who are pumped to pick out their outfit.
But those are different people.
Yeah,
you know? Everyone gets their stuff from something else.
Yeah.
And I feel like for me, like I kind of get that. I feel like a good decision in the morning could help build the rest of the day.
Probably.
But I also kind of like agree that kind of like skimming down as many choices you have to make kind of opens you up for better creativity.
That's interesting. I like to plan like my outfit or whatever, like when I'm trying to fall asleep the night before. That way, when I get up, I'm like I go and I get things done.
Is it based off of just like convenience?
What, my decision or the time of the decision making?
The decision. The clothes.
How do I pick my clothes?
Yeah.
Maybe. So I think in part it's like, what vibe do I want to give off today? Yeah. And what I can do with my hair sometimes factors in. Less so these days because it's winter and so I just kind of. But yeah. So like today I'm wearing t-shirt. My favorite plaid sweater, or plaid button up.
Yeah.
Jeans. This is casual, recording a podcast with a friend. Clothes.
It seems like a very comfortable everyday Julie.
Totally.
If you didn't have to work or leave the house, I imagine you wear this the rest of your life.
Yeah, man. It's comfy.
Exactly.
Yesterday I was like, I'm not interacting with anyone, so it's sweatpants, shirt, bun. Like I went out of the shower, put my hair in a bun, and like that was it. At work, sometimes, so like I'm in the office, and they let us wear jeans. Like I could wear this to work.
Okay.
But sometimes I'll up my game a little bit. I'll have like a cardigan. You button that all the way up. You got the glasses. Got the little heels with the bit of clicky clack, but it's carpeted, so it's still subtle. I got my lanyard. It's a real cubicle look.
Cubicle world. That's yeah. I guess like I know at one point I paid a lot. I guess more recently I paid a little more effort into it.
Yeah.
But I think depending on the day. You know, like some days I do think about the outfit I'm gonna wear the day after, but like right now I don't have to think about it too much. Maybe because like usually my outfits, like I have 2 outfits usually per day, depending. Like if there's like
if you're working or if you're doing a set.
If I'm exactly. If I'm working, I wear the usual work stuff. If I'm doing a set, then I usually think about way more than often.
Because it's like it says so much about who you are. So it's like, who do I present as today?
Exactly, and I feel like it helps build, you know, because I just want to be me, but be a little bit more than me than ever.
Interesting.
You know?
Is that always your mentality when you go on stage? More me than ever.
I think most comedians is always that.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I never thought about it.
Because you have to turn up a little bit, because you have to.
Of course.
And how many time you have
got to turn it up loud enough for other people to hear.
Yeah, you have to get people to tune into you as fast as possible.
Yeah, and to invest in you as a person.
Exactly. So
and as a performer.
So you can't be so you maybe don't want some subtle, like, you shouldn't be too subtle stuff, you know?
Unless that's the person you're trying to.
Exactly.
Unless that's your character, then yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Again, I think any choice is a choice, right? Especially if you sound comedy, any choice is a choice. But what that choice says about you, you know, there's people who dress kind of like nonchalantly. They don't really like care too much about it, but that says a lot about them. You know, it flows into them. If anything, it's helping them. You know, you don't want your clothes to speak for you. You want the clothes to kind of like.
They can't be so loud; they're distracting.
Exactly, but you want it to be kind of like, I get it. You know, like, this makes sense of this person, right? There's people who wear suits. You know, like back in the day, stand-up comedy was all about wearing suits. Like, that's what you did. You wore suits. But that's not anymore. You know, you could just go up what you're wearing right now.
Yeah. You're a guy at the bar.
Exactly. I think also your clothes kind of give you a personality too.
Yeah, definitely. So I got this email from my research assistant job, and I can only see the title, and it's forward edited book proposal. And I'm like, I will not open this right away.
Oh God.
It's very daunting. It's too many. Too much has happened in that conversation.
Too many
Yeah.
But yeah, the clothes. I don't know. The clothes is like a big factor.
Yeah.
It's a big factor, but not the obviously not the most important. But I think it does. It's not the end all be all, but if anything, it just boosts. You know, you could just, like, if you put a little bit of effort about who you are and what you're gonna wear and what people think about you on stage, that's gonna help you in the long run. And then okay.
Remember that, kids.
And then it was the one more. There was one last one, but we kind of touched upon it. But I think we could circle back to it.
Okay.
So you talk about you draw a lot of Fire Emblem 3 houses. Are there other art projects that you would like to tackle that aren't Fire Emblem?
I mean, I do that mostly because I'm into it right now.
Yeah.
And I think it's good to be drawing things you're interested in. Like, I wouldn't want to draw. But
do you have any
stuff that I'm not into? And so I'm doing it mostly because the fandom is very active, and so I'm like, great, let me pull in the followers, yada yada.
But what's in the horizon? Do you have like any vague ideas?
Yeah, actually, I have a couple projects that I wanted to work on.
This is a Zack's Kickback exclusive.
So I did a.
You saw it here you heard it here first.
So not last year, a year and a half ago, I did like a 20-page comic for a comic class, which I'm still pretty happy with. And there's just a couple things I want to edit in that.
What was the comic?
It was about this kind of ski town a little bit, and these teens, and one of them went missing a year ago. And someone thinks it has to do with the woods that surround the town and have been growing ever since. And so it's just kind of like, what really happened, and are the woods really responsible? Sort of like a bit of a mystery stuff, and it's like, you know, a little
That's kind of like a M. Night Shyamalan type thing.
I can't say that I relate to this analogy. I don't know.
It sounds like it has like.
Oh, it's got like a crazy plot twist at the end?
No, well, maybe not a crazy plot twist, but it kind of sounds like. Maybe not M. Night Shyamalan's the best example, but it has a nice vibe to it, where it's just not nice, but like it has a good vibe to it. I should say it has like the. It's kind of like. It's almost a little bit like true crime, but it has a little bit more of like a mystical aspect to it.
Yeah, I like a freaking teen show on the CW a bit, you know?
Were you going for that?
Sort of. I mean, I just like the ski town drama featuring teens. Just because when I was doodling and trying to think of ideas for the comic, it was really cold in winter, and so I drew myself wearing like my big winter coat, and I was like, oh, I look how chunky they all look. And so like one of them,
I want to see these.
Hey Gail, this one is a shout out to you because I did design one of the characters based off you.
Really?
Yeah, for real. Because Gail has that great sort of one piece thing, and I was like, that's such a good look. I'll see if oh wait, it might be on my Twitter. Another great recurring segment.
So do you want to do more of these?
So I want to finish that. That's like top of my list. There's just a couple edits that I have to do.
Have you so how
can you see them in this?
So would you
kind of see them.
Would you do like would you release it all at one like release it all kind of like together?
The guy in the brown. You can't see, don't have any other pages, but
the guy in the brown.
Yeah, kind of looks a little Gail. He's got the hoodie, he's got the long hair and a ponytail.
Would you
That guy's name is Clyde, I think. Clive?
I
can't remember actually.
How does so how would you release it?
Just online. Same thing I did for the Halifax zine I made.
But one piece?
Yeah, just
multiple updates?
No, yeah, because it's just 20 pages. It's already done. It's not like a webcomic or anything, so I would just like upload it.
You ever thought about doing a webcomic? As in like kind of like
I don't have any ideas that I'm that passionate about. I have some friends who like have been doing webcomics for years and like, I don't know, 6 years or something, and they both seem kind of tired of their idea and they're just like, I just want to see it through. But it's a lot of work for like.
But would you do like a shorter version?
Just a comic then? Yeah.
Well, kind of like maybe for like 1 month, it's like a 4-part comic.
Yeah, maybe.
And every week you upload a new part.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like are you saying like if you have a good idea that captures you?
Yeah,
do
exactly.
Do you think you would be able to like, okay, I'm gonna do this for now a little bit?
Yeah, definitely.
But it depends on the idea. And right now, the Fire Emblem's a good enough source.
Yeah, only if I make like a little Fire Emblem comic, those like take off.
I don't know why you don't make a little Fire Emblem, maybe one 2-page.
Yeah. I had a draft for one.
Do you have like any story? Do you tell your own little stories? Do you kind of like base it off of like what happened in the story? Do you have your own like what do you do with them?
I did one that was based off someone else's story. There's one that was like one of my ideas, but I haven't finished it yet. Anyways.
Also, how do you ever like ship characters that couldn't be shipped in the games?
Not off the top of my head. It's more like someone will do something compelling about them, like write a nice story or like a really good comic or whatever, and they'll be like, "Oh, this has appeal." It's kind of yeah.
Like wait, so you base it off of like, oh, this person like.
Well, because I mean, the game can only tell so much of a story, which is why fan content is so interesting. Yeah, and so they just take these interpretations to the next level. Other than the Woods comic, the Teen Ski Town, I had a lot. 2 of these are like fan projects. I wanted to do like a dungeon guide zine based off dungeons from A Link Between Worlds.
No.
Because that's like one of my favorite Zelda games. Well, I mean, I haven't played very many. I know the series well enough, but that was like the first one that I finished all the way through. And it's really fun, and I thought I could do something simple like that. The other one's like a series of prints based off the Adventure Zone, this D&D podcast I listen to. Their second season was based on sort of like a Monster Hunter. I think the game was Monster of the Week. And so they had like these beasts for the different arcs. And so I was like, I could just do like, I think four nice prints that kind of just go well together based off that. And then the other one was similar to my Halifax one. It's based off Witcher 3. Just like sort of a meta-narrative travel diary, as if the player is writing this thing, or you yourself is writing this diary about you traveling along with Geralt.
Ooh.
So it's good. It's like a little prosy, and they've got like these nice illustrations. Yeah, I think I did about like 8 pages of that, and then didn't pick it up again because I didn't play that much of Witcher 3.
Well, I think Gail's full right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it's been nice. I think we've answered those questions.
We've chatted quite a bit here tonight.
Yeah, and I think it's a good time to just leave it off. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds good to me, Zachary Kick.
And again, we go like every podcast. I bring it back to this portion where I say goodbye.
And that's how I end it.
Yeah, today's episode's a little bit more of a chill, different vibe than the Sonic one of Zack.
I can imagine that one got pretty heated.
That was a high energy. Go watch that one, Gael. Go download that one. Anyways, thank you very much for watching.
Tune in next time.
And I don't know why, this is too late. But anyways, you know Julie. Everyone knows Julie, so you know where to fucking like her fucking posts, like her fucking.
Oh, do I plug my?
Well, no, who's listening to 2 hours in? Who's listening 2 hours in?
You're very right.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
Gail already follows all your accounts.
Gail is such a sweet guy because when I released the Halifax scene, he texted me. He's like, "This is really good," and it meant a lot. And I think I told him that, but I'll tell him on this podcast that it meant a lot.
There we go.
There we go.
There you go, Gail. There's some good content for you to listen to. And so thank you very much. Until the next episode of Zack's Kickback, we're gonna have a new guest, and I think I'm gonna get the counterpart.
The J-Man himself.
The counterpart, the J-Man himself. I might get Jared on the episode.
Nice.
So thank you very much, Julie.
A full house.
A full house of cards.
Yeah.
And I'll see you guys. In that one, I think.